That's the dance for that song. That's
it is. I think so too. In the clubs, they all gonna be rocking
right.
that in the clubs. The Geeks and Flix theme.
Pretty soon.
Yeah.
It's gonna be like the closing number at the club.
It is. You
Right?
you might hear it in the club, right? You be like, what? It's like, no way. You're gonna hear it, right? You're gonna hear. Oh the way. I'm sorry. You're gonna.
Yo, you gotta play. You know that one song.
You know it. You're gonna hear this. You're gonna be like, oh my god, what is it? You're gonna hear? Oh, what happened? Oh,
If it
wrong
works.
key again. Yeah.
It's the last call song when they're
It's
making
the
the
last
last
call.
call for you to come get your drinks. That's what comes
Yeah,
on.
that's all you're gonna hear. No, but anyway, you gotta walk through everybody. Anyway, what's up to everybody that's live with us on Wednesday? Look, we normally do not go live on Wednesday. We used to go live on Mondays and Wednesdays. We stopped that stupid tradition, and now we go every 2 weeks. But this Monday, Nate was away in New York, and we decided to push it up. He had jet lag going over from New York. But Nate, how was your New York trip? Your little mini trip?
Besides my flight home getting delayed 5 times, and I was supposed to land at 10:15, and I didn't get home till 2 a.m. So
That sucks.
besides that, great. I went to the Mets game. It was hot, dude. It was so hot. It was nighttime, and we were sweating. My fingers were sweating. That's how hot it was. But we had some good food there. Mets won. They're horrible, but they won. When I was there, they always win when I go to the games. So I should just go to every game. Maybe they'll do better. Was with my cousins, so did some sightseeing, did some shopping, did a little eating. You know me, did some eating. So it was very good, a good trip. I was in Brooklyn. I stayed in Brooklyn, so I never stayed there before. It was very nice.
Nice. Yeah, well, the weekend we jump in the pool, did a barbecue. You know, all the stuff you do in the summer. But other than that, we have Tony Movie Chappie waiting in the back room. And of course, today we're going to do 2 more DC reviews. We're going to do some Green Lantern First Flight. I never seen that before. I don't know if you did, right?
Never.
All right, we seen that. We didn't see that. I seen Superman Batman Public Enemies. I did see that before once. Did you see that one?
Same.
Okay, you see one. Yeah, so those are going to be the 2 that we're going to be doing here, and then we're going to reveal the next 2 when we come back again. But we're going to continue on with this DC stuff because, honestly, let me just tell you, I've been watching some good stuff.
It's pretty fun, right?
It's been really fun.
It's
been really fun.
You're getting a lot of
these.
different characters, different stories, and you've never seen them, most of them.
No, I mean, a lot of them. I mean, it's 75 of them, and I know
Almost
for a fact.
all of them.
I didn't see all of them. But anyway, we're going to do some of that. Of course, we're going to do some box office numbers. We're going to start off with that. We're going to do some cinema today because I want to talk about something big that's happening right now in the world of DC. And, of course, we're going to hit the main topic of, is double dipping really that big of a deal? That's a really discussion that we got to talk about because a lot of people have been talking about double dipping, and I just got some stuff to say about it. But,
okay.
yeah, so with that said, I want to say what's up to everyone on the chat. Guys on the Patreon, thank you so much for supporting the channel. Again, you want to become a Patreon member, all you got to do, head over to geeksandflix.com. You guys can listen to the podcast there. We got 273 episodes we released today. Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Man Tell No Tales. So that one came out today, and on Friday we're going to release another one, and you're going to be a lot of episodes dropping because I'm a little behind because I've been busy with the family. Well, anyway, with that said, let's throw all that to the back, baby, because we're going to start it off with some box office blitz.
Oh.
And
hey,
now we got Tony. Tony's I full totally for screw that one up. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. It's Tony Movie Chappie's in the house.
Hey guys.
Say what's up to everyone, Chappie. All the millions of fans out there.
Oh, hey guys. How's it doing? I hasn't really doing that much. Wait. I've kind of been catching up on a lot of movies. Wait. I've kind of been after Mission Impossible
Dead
Reckoning Part 1. I saw that one, and that might be my favorite out of the whole franchise. That's why I'm kind of like going back and rewatching like all the Mission Impossible movies to see which one is my favorite. But I mean, so far, like I finished Dead Rogue Nation, and I'm about to be going into. I'm probably gonna be watching Fallout tomorrow. But I mean, I don't know.
Well, yeah, watch them in order.
We got Tony's. We got Tony's "What Have You Been Watching" list.
Already. Yeah, we did. So we already did. I mean, you skipped the segments, but we all right. We get you there. We'll give you the thoughts on the Mission Impossible when we get to that segment. But let's start off with some box office blitz, okay? Because there was some heavy hitters. Let me just bring it up with the three.
It was crazy this week.
Yeah, it was very crazy here. Bring up some numbers here. All right, so we got Barbie at 93 million again. This is from July 28th. This is the weekend, July 28th to the 30th, right? Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Barbie brought in $93 million. Oppenheimer, okay, 46.7 million. This is about a dude building a freaking bomb. Like, really?
Yeah.
It doesn't take that much of a, scientist, but they did in this movie. Then you got Haunted Mansion, which I do not understand why they released this now instead of October. It is what it is. $24.1 million. The Sound of Freedom, the one that's gonna win tons of Oscars.
It won't win no
$12.8
Oscars,
million.
but it's an unstoppable force at the box office.
It could be, but then of course, Mission Impossible: Dead Reckoning Part 1 brings in another $10.6 million. Now, this one I gotta say that domestically is doing horrible, but international is bringing up those numbers. Nate, what do you gotta say about these numbers, baby?
All right, so real quick, Barbie, an absolute juggernaut, at 811 million worldwide already. So that's gonna hit a billy, absolutely. That I did not see that coming, to be honest. I didn't see $1 billion. I did see it doing well. Oppenheimer, 419 million worldwide. Again, only had a budget of 100. So it's profitable because Nolan didn't do any CGI in that movie, which is wild to me. But Haunted Mansion, the latest Disney flop, we'll just call it now. I mean, it's at 38 million worldwide for the weekend, but it's going to be a flop. Disney's just taking L after L right now. Sound of Freedom, $153 million, and it didn't even open international. It's only playing in the US. So, and it had a budget of 15 million. So that's 10 times the budget. Yeah. Mission Impossible, as you stated, Alex, domestic only 142, worldwide 309. So it's at 451. Yeah. That's carrying the day for it. Also, I think we talked off air. It has a lot of marketing, not marketing, a lot of promotion in it. Like they did a lot of brands that are paying them. So it will be a profitable film, but it's not going to be like over the top profitable because it had a horrible release date. And we talked about it. Like, it came out before Barbie and Oppenheimer. Oppenheimer took all the IMAX screens, all of them. And Barbie took just every other screen. So, you go to the theater and there's like 9 movies playing Barbie, 6 theaters playing Oppenheimer, and like 2 playing Mission Impossible. So I think if it came out 3 weeks earlier, I think it might have done better. But a strong weekend, though, overall. For like a second weekend for those movies, pretty strong.
Yeah, what do you think, Tony, about these numbers?
Just to give my thoughts on before I give my thoughts on Barbieheimer, I wanted to say that I think it was a very poor move on Disney to release a Haunted Mansion on July, because I messaged you afterwards when you saw the movie. I'm like, why would they like release this on like July? Like, wouldn't you want to like release this on like October, especially when it's like Disney Halloween month? Like that probably would have done better, but I don't know. But yeah, I mean, maybe besides Little Mermaid and maybe Elemental, I think that's doing it's starting to make its money back. But yeah, no, Disney's been having a bit of a rough year this year.
I mean, Elemental. So, and don't forget Indiana Jones. Also,
that flop.
357 worldwide, not even close. Elemental's at 397 worldwide, but that thing had a crazy high budget as well, plus marketing. They're all flops. None of them are making money. I think Little Mermaid became profitable slightly, but when you're talking Disney, you're wanting to make
the only one that's profitable, but everything else is a bit of flop. So
you're wanting to make big margins. Not we made $4 million on on Little Mermaid.
Well, the only one that's successful, I guess, is Guardians 3.
Guardians 3 was profitable.
Yes. Okay. So pretty much. So there you have it, folks. All right, this is from the voice and the pulse of the people, Nate. He let you know right out of the theater.
I love the box office. I used to do on my old podcast. I used to do we used to do box office numbers. I love them. We used to play a game that was pretty fun where I would have my 2 co-hosts. They would not look at it, and I would have them guess like what was in first, what was in second. And that was always a fun game.
Oh, we should do that next time. We should. Well, not now. For next month.
We can try it. I just got to make sure I don't look at it. That way it's fun.
Yeah, we'll do that. All right. So Harrison said, look, we can't forget theaters get 40 to 50% of the box office revenue.
Yeah, that is true. That is true. They do. They get a portion of it. I think it might be lower than 50%. I don't think they get half of the ticket. And it
Yeah.
depends on the studio. Disney gets a larger margin of their ticket sales than other studios do. But even with that being said, international markets, and then you have like, a lot of these movies, especially Mission Impossible, is going to make money when it comes out on disc.
Right.
So it's going to sell a lot of copies. Haunted Mansion, I don't know about that. Barbie and Oppenheimer will also make a ton of money on home. So
yeah, I mean that's crazy, but we got to get into the next segment here. Okay,
let's do it.
Let's get to
move
cinema
along.
today. Are you ready, Tony, for some cinema today?
You betcha.
Let's do it. Here we go.
Put that on a shirt. You betcha.
You betcha. I like that. Yeah, that's like his. That's his Star Trek
new
like
catchphrase.
to take off. You know how you say engage or let's go. His is you betcha. But all right, so today cinema today we got two topics. Okay, we're gonna talk about the other one, physical media stuff, a little later. I want to talk a little bit about something big that came out today. Okay, Gal Gadot came out and said that they're working on a Wonder Woman 3 per James Gunn and the other CEO of Disney, like the guys that are running.
Peter Safran.
Yeah, the other guy. Yeah, I didn't know his name. Yeah, Peter Safran, right? Those two guys told her, we're going to be working on a project. We're going to be doing Wonder Woman 3. Now, I want to hear from you guys. What the hell is this stupid reboot we're talking about? Because James Gunn is literally handpicking who goes and who doesn't. This is literally not a reboot, but I want to hear from you guys. Nate, what do you think from this?
Are they even allowed to talk about this? I thought the strike, they weren't allowed to talk about anything promoting or talking about anything.
No, it's not promoting. She could talk about what projects are coming, but she's not promoting.
Who's writing? The writers are on strike too. Who's even making this movie? Listen,
James Gunn, bro.
First of all, I don't mind.
Okay.
Okay, let me put it this way. I wouldn't mind her returning as Wonder Woman.
Okay.
My only problem is that they already told us that like this is supposed to be all new stuff. So either it is all new stuff or it is not all new stuff. Like I just want a clear like vision. I don't need it. You either say nothing or just tell the truth.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like if James Gunn didn't come out and say the rebooting, we're doing this. Let's just say he came out with the titles. We're making Superman, we're making this, we're making that, we're making that. He doesn't talk about the casting. He doesn't say it's a reboot. He just then okay. That's what Marvel does. But no, he want to say, oh, all these movies are, like we're starting fresh. It's a clean slate. The first character is Blue Beetle, but the first movie is Superman, which doesn't make any sense. Aquaman's the last one. No more Wonder Woman. And now all of a sudden, well, maybe Wonder Woman. You know what I mean? So I don't mind her playing the role, but I just would rather a clear direction or nothing. Like say nothing. Just be quiet. Yeah. They need to be quiet is what they need to do because they're talking too much. All of them. James Gunn's talking too much. Now she's talking too much. They just need to be quiet, work on their films, and let them come out as they come out. And that's it. That's my 2 cents on it.
All right, Tony, what's your 2 cents on this news?
First off, I mean, for one hand, I'm happy about this because I'm finally going to get my Wonder Woman trilogy completed, even though I know a lot of people didn't like Wonder Woman 84, even though I kind of liked it. But again, I've only seen it once. I haven't seen it again, so who knows what's going to happen on the second viewing. But yeah. But one thing to say though is James Gunn did hint at this, and when he said about Elseworld stories, because when you do an Elseworld stories, you can pretty much go whatever direction you want. It doesn't matter what timeline it is. It's an Elseworld story. It's kind of like what they're doing with Todd Phillips on the Joker too, So that's kind of, I'm not really confused by it, but it is kind of a bit strange how you kick out Affleck and Cavill, and then she still comes back. So I'm kind of still mixed on that, but I don't know. That's just my 2 cents.
Yeah, I mean that's the biggest problem. See, the problem is that, okay, I agree with you. If you're going to do Elseworld, do Elseworld. But the problem is, he already stated, after The Flash, no more Zack Snyder stuff. Okay, no more of those characters. They got rid of Henry Cavill because we're going to do a younger Superman. We're going to do the legacy Superman because he's writing and directing it. And everyone's like, ooh, goo goo gaga. Now, Wonder Woman comes out. I mean, Gal Gadot comes out and says, hey, I'm doing another movie. And people are like, then why the hell are they bringing your ass back and not Henry Cavill? Because people don't want her back. People want Henry Cavill back as Superman. They want a Superman sequel. They want a Ben Affleck Batman solo movie. Why not just do a Elseworld and let Zack Snyder helm that?
Yeah.
Let him come back and let him helm the Elseworld timeline. Let him do his Justice League 2 and 3. Let him do Man of Steel Part 2 if he wants to come back. I don't think he wants to come back after all the crap that everyone put him through. And I wouldn't. And if I was him, I wouldn't. I would never come back to DC.
I was gonna say, you gotta remember, like, there's new people in charge of Warner Brothers now. Like, it's not like the old regime, like Walter Amato, like Toby Emmerich, like pretty much like all those guys are gone, and there was new people in charge. Well, I think he would come back, but it depends on it. I
don't think he'll come back.
I doubt it.
I think it was a bad experience. Overall.
Yeah, he lost his daughter. Yeah, he lost his daughter filming Justice League, and I think all that blowback and everyone just hating on him for some damn reason. I think he doesn't want to deal with it, which I don't mind. Yeah. I mean, but the thing is that you cannot tell me that you can handpick who stays and who goes, because if you're gonna reboot, then you reboot from everybody. Harley Quinn, and I'm not talking about Lady Gaga because that's Elseworld. I'm talking about Margot Robbie should not be Harley Quinn in this damn timeline. Peacemaker should not be John Cena. Gal Gadot should not be Wonder Woman. Amanda Waller should not be that lady that was Amanda Waller. Davis. Yeah, Viola Davis. If you're going to reboot, everyone has to go. I don't want to hear, whatever it is. I don't want to hear it, because you know what? People are going to be confused. They're going to be like, so you're just handpicking who you want to work with and who you don't. And now people are going to be going all over the place going, where's Henry Cavill? Why is he not getting?
Not only that, that's a great point. I agree with everything you just said, Alex. And not only that, if you're going to make a Wonder Woman with Gal Gadot and you're going to say it's Elseworld, then that means Jason Momoa's Aquaman is Elseworld. That means Henry Cavill's Superman is Elseworld. And that means you can keep making them because they all know each other. So they're all in the same universe. Yeah. And that universe is Elseworlds. And so people will then say, well, why don't they just make an Elseworld Superman with Henry Cavill? Yeah.
Well, I think
what you don't want is people rejecting your new Superman because there's a possibility for the one that they wanted.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, that's part of the problem is I think that's why they didn't get Henry Cavill back, because, like, let's just say this. If you do an Elseworld story with Henry Cavill, let's say like Man of Steel 2, and then just think about, like, that might take away all the hype for James Gunn's Superman Legacy, which to him seems to be very personal. So that's what I think. That's why they didn't announce why he's not coming back. But I don't know. It's kind of weird. It's just, I don't know.
I don't think so. And this is why. Because Ben Affleck was Batman, and they still had the Batman with Robert Pattinson. And people they acknowledged it. They were like okay with it. I'm okay with it. Why? Because it's just like different comic books. You got Detective Batman. You got what is it? The other Batman comic? I forgot what it is. Detective Comics, and then you got the Batman, and then you got other ones, right? It's similar to that. We're doing live comic books. Henry Cavill could be Superman. That's it. He's the adult version, and if he wants to do a younger version, guess what? Superman Legacy is this new guy with the new Lois. You could do that. It's just that they want to play all this shit that it's just, you know what it is? It's all money. It has to do with money. And they're pumping so much money into these comic books that you don't have to do a $300 million budget movie. You could tone all that stuff down. It's just that it's so much demand on all this stuff. And they did it away. Henry Cavill did his goodbyes, and that rubbed people the wrong way because they said he was coming back, and then all of a sudden, he's not coming back. That tarnished that. Gal Gadot said goodbye. Patty Jenkins said goodbye. Now she's coming back. It's like, what do you guys want? I'm at a point that is reboot the entire thing, because you know what? Because of this news, I guarantee you all the future properties of DC will start bombing left and right because people are going to be so tired of it. They don't know who's going to stay, who's going to go. I'm at a point, to be really honest with you, I don't mind if they bring Henry Cavill back and have this young guy, have Ben Affleck, have the other, have Robert Pattinson. Has nothing to do with this timeline, and everyone's okay with it. I don't know. It's just
I agree.
It could be like the Ultimates, like in Marvel, the comics. There's the Ultimate version, and there's the regular version, and there's this version. I see what you're saying, and I agree. Does anyone else miss the days where the comic book movies weren't even connected, and you could just make whatever you wanted? I miss those days.
Yeah, me too.
Let's
That's
go
why
to
I
the
love
chat.
the old days.
Let's go to the chat really quick.
Yeah, see what they say.
All right, so we got. No, that was earlier. Okay, hello. Sorry, Evan is here. What's up, Evan? Scott calls her Gal Gadonut. That's funny. DC is off its rocker. Pick a lane. That's Harrison. Scott says they took Superman away, but they're going to use the same Wonder Woman? ? Cal L. Daly's here. What's up, Cal? He says DC all day, talking my talk. He is a fan. Evan says it's DC. I don't care anymore. Evan's
getting
out.
to that point. Is it getting to
done.
that point that everybody's going to be like, I don't care?
It's not getting there with me for Marvel. So I still have high hopes for DC, but Marvel I'm already done with.
Harrison says, focus on making a good Superman first. When it succeeds, then you announce your other titles. The audience can't handle this whiplash. It feeds into the superhero fatigue narrative. Agreed. Yeah, get her out and put her back in the Death on the Nile. That's Scott. Hashtag not my Superman. Harrison says, also, how can you have a legacy? This is a great point, Alex. How can you have a legacy if it's your first film? Unanswerable question. And then Evan says, we just use the word recasting instead of rebooting. Yeah, why don't you say that? We're going with a new cast. It's the same characters.
I totally agree with you.
Like,
and I don't understand.
Alexander Daddario as Wonder Woman. Like, you could have announced that and people would have been happy. So,
yeah, I don't know. I'm just at a point now when it comes to these DC. Look, Superman Legacy, I don't know how you call it Legacy when they're introducing all these characters. I mean, they got Green Lantern coming in. That is Guy Gardner. Not even Hal Jordan, my man Jon Stewart. They don't have freaking... Oh, my God. They have the other guy with the T in the face. I forgot his name.
T-Man.
The T-dude. But, yeah, it makes no sense. Like, for me, look, I don't know what James Gunn is doing. I don't know what DC is doing. And I hate the days that now all this information is coming out and ruining movies because it kind of sucks. Like, I would just love, like, me and Nate, we reviewed X-Men with Scott, which coming out in a few days, next week. And I remember when that movie came out. Because there was no hype. There was no nothing. It was just like, you knew Professor X.
Trailers.
It was just trailers. And that's it. We went into the
theater. The internet didn't exist back then.
Huh?
It did exist.
Plus, the internet didn't exist back then.
Tony's a little young. We got to remember. The internet definitely existed back then. But,
it did.
Social media didn't exist. But the internet existed.
And that
so
was
you would
the
still
best
get
part.
photos and stuff. But all you would get was like a set photo, a poster, and a trailer. And now you just got to get excited. That's it.
Yep. And all the comic book stuff came in the magazine. And I'm going to sound mad old. Called Wizard. You ever seen the Wizard magazines? It was I think it was called Wizards. Yeah, it was mad old. It's old stuff for you guys. Yeah. It's a Wizard magazine that used to cover a little bit of horror, but it's all comic books and comics that are coming out. And it was just like, you'd like, oh man, you have
Fangoria for the horror movies.
For the horror guys, which is still around now. But that was our internet. That was our Twitter. It was like, oh my God, Professor X is who? And it was like Patrick Stewart. And then they had a section called What If? And they picked movies and they picked actors at that time who would play those characters. So, again, I don't get it. I don't understand.
I remember seeing photos of Angelina Jolie for when Tomb Raider was coming out. And it was just like a photo shoot. It's like, here's your new Lara Croft. That was the announcement. It wasn't no Twitter 8 months early. And I was like, oh, she's so...
Was that on the blog or on magazines?
Huh?
Was that on the internet or magazines back
That was
then?
magazines when people used to read them.
Yeah. Now it's like, this guy leaked out this photo. This guy leaked out. James Gunn now has to come out and tell all these buffoons, this is what we're doing. And it's like, dude, I don't want to know.
Too far in advance.
Yeah, it's way too... Like, I don't want to know. I just want to see the release date and let my ass sit in that seat if I decide to sit in that seat. But nope, they want to spoil it, and that's the reason why these damn movies are like bombing left and right. All right, next question on the list for Cinema Today, and I want to hear from you guys too, okay? Because I'm big on this. Nate is not big, only on certain things. I don't know about Tony, but we're gonna hear from him too. Is double dipping really that bad? Is it really that bad double dipping, Nate? Because I mean, I've been seeing a lot of people's videos on these double dippings, and it's coming from a lot of cheap ass dudes. And I don't know. I'm just laughing my ass off because it's just like some creators that get shit for free. It's like, I don't get it. But dudes that spend the money, spend thousands of dollars on collections and stuff, buying the same stuff over and over. Is it really that bad? Nate, please let me know, and then we're going to go down to Tony.
Okay. Double dipping. You know
Double
my
dips.
stance on double dipping.
Okay.
But in case the audience doesn't, I would not say I am pro double dipping for me. Now, with that being said, do I have multiple copies of certain movies? Yes, I do. Usually if I own a movie, I'll give you an example. I have Jurassic Park. I own Jurassic Park, an individual release of 4K of Jurassic Park, but I also have a box set that includes the first 3 Jurassic Park films.
Right.
So technically, I have 2 copies of part 1, but one of them came in a box set. Things like that, I tend to not really mind. I have Alfred Hitchcock box set, the one you got with the Psycho House. Those are all Blu-rays. I've upgraded some of them to 4Ks, but I didn't get rid of the box set. So things like that. Okay, what I don't understand is just buying the same one movie like 9 times on every format. I do not understand getting 4 Blu-rays, 2 4Ks, a steelbook, and another thing of Guardians of the Galaxy 3, for example. To me, I need one copy so I can watch the film. I am a collector of movies. I am not a collector of packaging. So double dipping does not hold any sway over me.
Right.
But if you do it, I don't want to get people rubbed the wrong way. That's fine. Because I know you, I think if you're a diehard fan of something you really want to support, I get it. I just can't apply it at all. I can't spend $600 on one movie title. Like, I just can't do it.
Tony.
Well, I don't think there's any stuff wrong with it because I do double dipping. Like sometimes, like I'll have like a Blu-ray and then I'll own the steelbook of like the same movie. Like that depends with like if the cover looks good, and then I'll own it. Like I own 2 copies of the movie Electra because it has 2 different Blu-rays.
That's too many.
But since I really like that movie, I got 2 copies of that. And that's the same with Hellboy. Like I have the Blu-ray of that one, and then I also have the steelbook. So I think it all depends on like what it is and like what it looks like, and sometimes even also like sometimes like I'll get standard Blu-rays and then I'll get like Blu-ray box sets. Like I have the box set of Blade Runner that comes with like the 3 different cuts, and I also own the final cut on Blu-ray that on the Blu-ray standard. So to me, it doesn't really matter, but I don't really get like 9 or like 5 copies. Like I just think maybe like 2 or 3 is probably good enough for me. That's it all I'll say.
Okay. All right. Well,
Tell us, Alex. Let us know about it.
well, I got a bad case of the double dips.
I suffer from dipitis.
Yes, doctor, tell me the news. I'm suffering from the case of double dipping.
Buying blues.
Buying blues.
Oh man, that's the new version.
That's the new
our
song.
version.
That's the new song. There you go. Oh man, look, when it comes to double, this is the way I see it. I see it as a comic book, where comic books come with different covers, different variations of it. Same story, different covers from different artists, right? Mm-hmm. That's how I see it. My problem is that when you double dip on movies that you know that are shit, that's the thing that I'm going, what? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
if it's a fan favorite, if it's a cult following, I get it, right? You're going, wow, that is a big, right? Like, you go, for instance, you go, Back to the Future, right? Cult following. You want to get the Plutonium Kings. I got the Plutonium Kings version, right, in 4K. Then I got the 4K steelbook version of the 3 cars put together, right? And I'm like, okay, I'm cool with that. My thing is like movies like, what is a shit movie?
Morbius.
Morbius,
right?
People were double dipping Morbius without even seeing the movie.
Yes, let's say Morbius, right? And I'm going to go out and I'm going to buy the steelbook version of Morbius, the 4K regular version, then go to Target to get the Target exclusive of Morbius. Why? Like, that's where I go, why did you waste your money on that? Like, I don't get it. Like, and then they shit talk about it. They go, oh, this movie's whack. But then you spend it 3 times. That's $120-something plus tax at the end of the day.
They said the same stuff about Howard the Duck. And,
yeah, well, no,
they got like a whole bunch of
That's
copies of
ridiculous.
Howard the Duck. So
Sucks balls.
Well, you know what? I'll say this. If you're a person that goes from each format, saying that you buy all Blu-rays, then you go all 4Ks. That's understandable, right? You go, oh, okay, you know what? This movie might look good in 4K. I might buy it. But let's be honest, 100% of these movies that come from Blu-ray to 4K, they look the same. I could tell you right now, except from the soundtrack and a little bit detail, more highlights here and there, more data on the disc, blah, 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 if you want to go down to that technical talking crap. Other than that, we could bring out tons of Blu-rays that look fantastic and the 4Ks look like shit. And Nate is my witness. We watched a lot of Blu-rays, and when we looked at the 4Ks, we go, this shit look like crap compared to what the Blu-ray they gave
or
you.
the same. It's like,
I'm gonna say this, but hot take right now. That's why I do not get 4Ks. I'm one of those people that I just stick with Blu-rays because 4K to me is just meh.
That's not a hot take because it's also more expensive.
Yeah.
So it's a more expensive format. And Alex, to your point, or Harrison said something like that. He said the only time he's okay with it is if it's different formats. For example, if you're going from VHS to DVD to Blu-ray to 4K, or if it's in a collection set. I agree. To me, it's not a true double dip. It's more like an upgrade.
Yeah.
To me, a double dip is when you buy 4Ks because one of them has a guy like this on the front, and one of them has a guy like this, and one of them has a guy like this, and one of them, then it's like what? So you literally bought the cover art and that's it, which some people do, and that's fine. I think that's what we mean more so with double dipping because upgrading is a little different.
That's
and also
different, yeah.
And I agree with you, Alex. Like, for me, here's my shopping philosophy. If a new release comes out, like brand new, like came out in the theater this year, and it comes out on Blu-ray and on 4K, I will buy the 4K. Mm-hmm. I will never look at the Blu-ray. I don't know. But I do not feel the need to upgrade every Blu-ray I have. For example, the Rocky films. You got the Rocky movies. I have that box set with all of them. I did not buy them because to me, even before you reviewed them, I was like, I just can't see this like needing to be in 4K. Or Ferris Bueller's Day Off just came out. I can't imagine that I need to see that in 4K when the Blu-ray looks fine and it's an 80s film. And I love old stuff in 4K and brand new stuff. But that gap in the middle where it's just like, it doesn't need it. And if it doesn't say it's remastered, then why bother? Because if they're using the same master as the Blu-ray, chances are it'll look pretty close.
And that's something you just said. I'm a big Rocky fan. I mean, I'm gonna tell you right now, I love them all. So I reviewed all 4 on 4K, and I could tell you right now, they did not look as enhanced as you think it should have looked enhanced. And I told a lot of people you should just stick with the Blu-ray because honestly, there was nothing new at all except for the Rocky versus Drago, the ultimate director's cut that Stallone sat down and remastered with the guy doing you saw the documentary. That's the only one. And when you see Rocky versus Drago compared to the other ones, you're going to go, what happened? Like, where was Stallone on the other 4 movie transfers? That's the thing. And I stopped buying. Go ahead.
Because I was going to say, like, that's probably the only movie, like one of the few movies that I actually got, I actually upgraded it. Like, I got the Rocky 4 Steelbook.
Yeah.
Like just because it comes with the director's cut and I want to own it, so that's the only reason why I got Rocky 4. So yeah.
Yeah.
But I still own all my other Rockies and like Creed 1, 2, and 3 on Blu-ray. So
I think a different cut of the film is also not a double dip because if it's essentially a different film, that's okay. If you have the regular version of a movie and then they come out with a definitive director's cut that's an hour longer and then you bought 2 copies. It's the same in title, but it's a different movie. Evan also made a point about, he said, I'm big into special features, so I will double dip for new features. I'm not a special features guy, but at least I can.
I am a special features guy. Like I did get the upgrade 4K Blu-ray from South Factory. And I'm not usually big on getting 4Ks, but like since that one comes with like special features, that's why I got it because I want to look at like the special features. That's about it.
So yeah, what I was saying, if you buy it for features, that's fine. You know what I mean? Like I understand that, but my thing is, if you get a version that has like way more better features, I always get rid of the old one. I don't keep both. Like, okay, let's say you buy a Blu-ray and it has a director's commentary and a trailer, and then you buy a new Blu-ray, but it has loaded with features. oh, I don't keep the old Blu-ray because I don't need it anymore because this one's better. So that's my thing as well.
Well, I kind of
and Tony, to your point, the upgrade is a 4K and it was never on 4K. So that's an upgrade in quality anyway. So it wouldn't matter about the features as much in that case.
Well, sometimes I do that when it comes to DVDs. Like, I'll own some movies on DVDs, and then if they announce that, like, hey, we're gonna be redoing this, we're gonna be releasing this on Blu-ray now. Like, usually, like, what I'll do is I'll throw away or like I'll sell the DVD, and then I'll get the Blu-ray. I'll get the same movie on Blu-ray. Then it's already coming out on Blu-ray. So that's what I usually do that a lot.
So not a double dip then because you didn't keep both.
Yeah, I mean, my thing is like even now, like I stopped buying the Marvels because I'm like I don't understand how Disney has the IMAX enhanced on digital, but then I'm paying $42 for these stupid steelbooks and the movie's not on IMAX. True. How is that possible? So you're telling me the better version is on a streaming site, and then the ones that everyone's like, you gotta support physical media, you gotta support it, but guess what? Digital has the better version, and it looks better on Disney Plus. So
wrong.
How does that work? While DC movies give you IMAX with their films.
That's because Disney's still trying to push that Disney Plus as if people are losing subscribers. But before we move on and before you wrap it up, let's just go to the chat really quick. If you're a huge Ghostbusters or John Wick, so Jay is talking to you directly, Alex. If you're a huge Ghostbusters or John Wick fan, then no, double dip, triple dip, quadruple dip.
That's not true. Because I brought Jaws 1. I have 2 versions of Jaws 1. Jurassic Park, I got tons of Jurassic Parks. So, like, it's not about, to me, it's like the franchise that I enjoy watching. I double dip. Like, if I, like Beetlejuice, I got 2 copies of it.
Or Evil Dead.
Oh, Evil Dead, I got hundreds, and I'm not a big horror guy, but I got that. Halloween, I got tons of Halloween. And my wife is into all that stuff. So, like, I got to cater to her likes, too. Like, Chucky, she likes Chucky, but... It comes to a point, of course, her Fast and the Furious, but I didn't double dip on those because I'm waiting for the entire stupid set because I'm not going to keep buying them one by one at this point. Yeah. Like, it comes in his, imagine it comes in a stupid house that he has, the barbecue.
And it's like blowing up a little bit. A little explosion coming up.
That's the stuff though, Scott because says, like, you always know that like they're gonna release like, especially like if like the last movie comes out, like you especially know that they're gonna release like in a huge box set. But you might as well just wait for the whole box set that comes out. You know, so that's what I
mean, people like those steel books. I mean, I don't mind it. Like I said, if you're collecting steel books for each individual. Yes, but I don't have the other ones in 4K. I just waited. I have the Blu-rays, but I don't have the 4Ks on the other ones. I'm just waiting for it. But yeah, I mean, look at the Pirates. We've been waiting for Pirates. They have them in Europe, but I heard that the transfers are not good, and I'm not buying copies of Pirates of the Caribbean. Like,
well, Disney doesn't give a crap about 4Ks anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Scott says, I agree, Jay. Oh, he's still talking about DC. Oh, I'll read it. I agree, Jay. Get into the battles and their big villains. DC has so many damn origins. They still at the start, at the starting line, and Marvel has pushed decades of successful films and years of timeline progress. That was a response to Jay saying no more origin stories. Harrison says, only if it's different. Oh, I read this. If it's different formats.
Yeah.
Evan, double dipping problems because the time and money you spend for different movies that are not the same because it's cheaper to print. This is funny. It's cheaper to print a dog on a John Wick cover and put the same exact disc in the box. Basically, that's a cover. You're just buying a cover. Evan says the only double dip I buy is digital for cheap, and then I still buy the physical. I don't think that counts. It's totally different.
No, that doesn't count. No, it's
different formats. Scott says, I own 3 copies of Jaws, 3 copies of The Big Lebowski, and those are the only films. The rest are upgrades from Blue to 4K. But I do get rid of the Blu-ray. Okay, so he's kind of like me. Harrison, I don't think so, Evan, because it's like buying the DVD when you already own the VHS. Good point. I'm a big special features guy. Okay, I read that. You have the nerve to say Howard the Duck. How dare? Oh, Jay, don't start. Evan says 4K only really matters if the transfer is directly from a film negative. You can't upscale a film that is made at 2K like most digital movies are. That is a good point. And there are a lot of movies that do film
restorations.
Or they'll even film at, like, I read a thing about it. Like, they'll film at 8K and then they'll down press it or whatever to 2K or whatever, and then from there. But he does make a good point. because you're essentially blowing up the image rather than shrinking it, and it's better to shrink it than to blow it up. I might double dip on movies that have different cuts of the film. That's Jay. Evan says Coppola is the best. They give all the special features every time a new release. He doesn't hold back, and the new Guardians has the IMAX on it. So he's saying the new Guardians disc comes with the IMAX version.
I'm looking at it now, just to make sure.
Is it true? Is it accurate?
I'm gonna see.
Confirm or deny.
I'm
Evan.
gonna confirm now. Let's confirm.
Evan, you're about to get confirmed or denied.
Confirmed.
One or the other.
It's gonna be one or the other. All right, let's see what we got here.
I have it here, but I took off the J card, so I don't know.
It does have a Dolby Atmos,
Mm-hmm.
and it says aspect ratio 2.39/1 and 1.90.1. So what's that?
So it does have 2 aspect ratios. So
2.
that means it does. Evan, he said, I can't wait to be confirmed. Evan, you are confirmed.
You are
accurate information giver.
You are accurate on this one. But this is the only DC movie. I mean, this is the only Marvel movie that gives you the IMAX. Yeah, that's that I know of, because none of the other ones you don't. No. But you know what? I'm looking at the back of the box. Doesn't even say IMAX.
They just put the aspect ratios, like people don't even know.
Yeah.
Evan says that is why you pay me the big bucks.
That's
Yeah,
what
you're right.
I do.
Just check your check's on the way. Don't hold your breath, but your check's on the way.
Yeah, so look, when it comes to again, with the double dips and all that stuff, for me, I don't know. I just feel like when I see other people talk about it, it's always they talk about like packaging and all that stuff, and they make it even like who cares? Like, I don't know. You know what? It's just one of those things that if you want to spend it, you spend it. If you don't, you don't. Like, at the end of the day, like, who gives a crap? If I decide to buy 8 versions of John Wick, does it hurt you? No, right? But now I'm starting to get rid of a lot of my stuff because I'm like, wait, this is way too much for stupidity. At the end of the day,
shelf space.
Yes. Yeah, exactly. Like, and I'm starting to just do the Meta Labs on these things. Like, my friend Jody my friend Jody gave me a little news, but I'm not gonna release it. But certain movie is gonna come out with 3 steelbooks, 1 click, and I was like, I want
Flash. Gotta be Flash.
Maybe, I don't know. But I'm definitely gonna be picking it up because it's 3 different colors. I like that stuff.
Evan makes a good point here, and I guess we'll wrap with this. I don't think they can use the word IMAX on the packaging. IMAX is a trademark, and knowing Disney and their cheap selves, they probably like, we don't want to pay them to put it on there. So we'll just put these aspect ratios and move along.
That's true. And let's see these idiots can figure it out.
I've seen in the past where they'll put like a sticker that will say like IMAX enhanced, but that's other studios that are willing to pay to use it.
Yeah. Look, at the end of the day, get what you want, people. No, it doesn't matter. It's your money. You do what you want.
Exactly.
I got 10,000 Batman statues. You think I care what anyone?
You think I spend Alex's money for him? You think he spends my money for me? We don't. So buy what you want, and if we make fun of you, that's just the consequences.
Yes, I do make fun of Nate, so don't worry about it. I do make fun of Nate, and he does make fun of me. So
yeah, all's fair in love and war. And YouTube
war. What's up, Tony?
What?
Hey.
Yes, and
King is here. What's up? Yeah, Tony, you want to wrap? You want to give a final
wrap
point?
it up? Wrap it up.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I mean, I do double dipping all the time. Like, if it's a movie that I really like, I don't care. Like, I'll own a standard Blu-ray, and then I'll get a collected edition of it. Like, for me, that's the fun of collecting physical medias. Like I said to Celia, I own 2 copies of Elektra. Yes, I know it's hated, but I don't give a crap. This is me.
Right.
This is my personal collection. So yeah,
don't give a crap.
That's the mentality, brother.
Let me ask you a question, Tony.
Shut up.
Mm-hmm. I got posted up there,
Do you double dip your mozzarella sticks? That's a real question. Do you dip a mozzarella stick, bite it, and dip it again? Do you do that?
Yes.
Yes? Oh, you double dip your food too. Okay.
I double dip all day. You know what?
I triple dipping mozzarella sticks.
Let me tell you.
Yeah.
I got 3 proton packs in this house.
There's never been a better time to get away with a great.
Hey, yeah, that's right. There's never been a better time to get away.
Yeah, I got 3 proton packs. You think I care what people think? And I didn't even unbox yet the Afterlife one. I can't wait to do. But this Saturday, I forgot to say, this Saturday I'm gonna be unboxing the Justice League Mother Box. So that's gonna be pretty fun on this channel. All right, let's have some fun.
Jimmy's
let's
here.
Get to the next
4K
one.
King is here. What's up, guys?
What's up, dudes and dudettes?
Hey, man.
4K King, he loves your Ghostbusters outfit, by the way.
Oh, thank you so much. I'll be wearing a real one sooner or later.
Little did you know that's his pajamas.
Oh, damn, bro. You shot me out already. It is my pajamas. I do sleep with my clothes on. I got ghosts. You got to see my real Ghostbusters one from the cartoon. I got the colorful one
with the matching pants.
Yeah. It's a onesie.
Oh, that's sick.
It is. Oh man. All right. Look, with that said, let's have some fun with what we've been watching.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen.
I shot it 6 times.
What have we been watching?
You're gonna need a bigger boat.
That's it, man. Game over, man. It's game over. The power of Christ compels you.
I'd like to have a calm discussion on this topic. You think we can manage that?
Oh, baby. What have we been watching? Now, this segment here, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to talk about what we've been watching on TV. It could be sports. It could be whatever you want. TV shows, movies, what you saw in the theater, what you saw last week, whatever you picked up physically, whatever you want. We go around the table here. You guys can put it also on the chat, and we're going to put it up for you guys here. Okay, Tony,
yes.
What have you been watching, my friend? Well, what is the latest stuff you've been watching?
Oh, I'm happy you asked because I was going to tell you. I was going to tell you this, but yes, I was on that hype train of Barbieheimer because I actually did a double feature.
Ooh.
I saw Oppenheimer first, and then afterwards, I saw Barbie afterwards. I went to go watch Barbie's. Sorry, Barbie, my bad. But yeah, no, 2 great movies. Like Oppenheimer's really good, well done. But yeah, no, Barbie was great. I know Nate wasn't too crazy on it, but I really enjoyed it.
Nice. I saw a clip of Barbie, and I was kind of cringy. It was a scene.
You have to grow up. You have to grow up with Barbie to understand its humor. Because I grew up with Barbie because my sister used to collect Barbies and like watch all the movies like all the time. For like I know who Barbie is. So
no, it was not.
Tony,
it was not.
Barbie
about...
been around since the 50s. We definitely know who Barbie is.
No, I know who Barbie is.
That ain't a new toy.
I think it was the cringiness of the scene. It was the guy goes, "Do you want to beach me off?" And they had the whole beach me off thing. And I was like, what am I watching? And that was pretty bad.
It's silly, but it's goofy. But that's the point. It's supposed to be silly like that.
I don't know.
Like my whole audience,
like
both movies were packed, and my both audience was like loving it. So,
well, mine wasn't. Only half the theater laughed at most of the stuff. The other half was silent.
Were they laughing at that scene?
That
went
not
for like
heavy.
That was pretty deep on
some
beaching someone off.
It's got a, it definitely has some cringy dialogue.
Yeah.
Not that part. If you thought that was cringy, there's worse than that. I didn't hate the film. I thought it was fine. I mean, I did a review here, so you can go watch. I'm not going to review it again. I did think it was fine. I did laugh a few times. I think the production design is good, but it was fine. It was kind of funny, but it wasn't whatever. Anyway, Tony, did you watch anything else? Yeah.
So you got Oppenheimer. You got to see it, which is awesome. You got to see it before me. I might wait for it on 4K. But you see Barbie. Is there any other movie that you saw you would like to share with me?
Like I said, I mean, I've been watching all the Mission Impossible movies, 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, and I'm probably gonna watch Dead Reckoning, probably this week after when I finish Fallout. So that's probably what I'm gonna do. Anything else? Because I was gonna say this, but I did rewatch on Monday. I watched the 2014 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and sorry, to all you haters, you guys are crazy. This movie rules.
Which one is that one? You know what's funny? I haven't seen
it. It's not.
I haven't seen none of those. I haven't seen none of those because we are covering it on the podcast. So I'm like, I'm trying to buy them. Man. Yeah, I'm trying to buy them. So then when we're ready to watch it, I pop them on the screen because I think my boys will like it.
Those are next month.
It's a good film. It's really well done. And look, don't get me wrong. It's nowhere near as good as the original because the original 90s movie is a freaking classic. That's a great movie. But this for a new version of the characters, it's actually pretty well done. I really enjoyed it. But what?
I reserve my judgments for the podcast. but
You're so stupid.
but I like it.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. No, hey, like I said, that's pretty cool. So you saw some Turtles, you saw some Mission Impossible. You're up to like Fallout, I guess, which to me is the best one on the entire thing. Ghost Protocol was good. Rogue Nation. Those are all great films. All three of them back to back to
I
back.
would say
But-
though,
And
like
three.
as I was watching
oh, yeah, three.
Dead Reckoning Part 1, I was thinking like, man, this might be the best one, but I have to rewatch it again. And
Yeah.
plus, it did have my
Don't-
girl Haley Atwell.
don't tell
She was
Alex
awesome.
that.
It was nice seeing
Dead
her.
Reckoning Part 1 might be the best one.
I don't know about that one. No, but you know what? A lot of people told me
I
that.
liked it a lot.
Yeah, a lot
I
of
liked
people
it a lot.
liked it. I'm the only one that.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess I'm the only one out of the whole group that I didn't. I
Yes.
wasn't too crazy. Like I enjoyed it for what it was. I just did not like the storyline. It
Robert
did not
thought it was
bite
just
me.
okay.
Yeah, I just the
Well,
storyline was
the-
not as crazy for me. But
Well,
I
the
think
weird-
Fallout was out
Yeah.
of the storyline.
Well, I have to
the best
rewatch
one.
I think
it
I like
again. Well,
Rogue
the
Nation
weird
the
part-
best. I have to rewatch them.
Yeah, well, the weird
No.
part is it didn't really feel like a Part 1, especially like when it ended. Like it didn't really feel like a big cliffhanger. But
Well,
I don't know.
Tom Cruise didn't want a cliffhanger for the audience. He wanted to just end it and then
Have an ending.
But why
Yeah.
would you call it Part 1 though? That's what I'm kind of a bit like.
Tom Cruise
Because
is
the next
pulse of
movie's
the
going to
people.
continue the
Yeah.
story of this
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
But it doesn't have to be a cliffhanger, per se.
So that's everything you saw, right, Tony? That's everything
Yeah.
you saw. All right, cool.
Mhm.
All right, Nate. Tell
All
the
right,
millions of
here we
people,
go.
the millions of fans around the world, what have you been watching?
Not that much, honestly, because I've been busy. So I'm not going to
The
do.
beach.
I'm not going to do anything I watched for the podcast. So
Okay.
okay, here's what I got. At the very end of July, I bought all these Criterion. Well, first of all, I didn't buy a lot during the sale this year. I got like
Oh.
8. I know some people bought like 30. It's just unlimited cash, I guess. So I bought like 8. And I watched though, because I haven't watched a lot of them. So I went back and watched an old Akira Kurosawa film called Rashomon. Rashomon. I don't know how to pronounce that. Great
Gotcha.
movie, really good. I gave it a 8 out of 10. I thought it was fantastic. At the theater, okay, I watched Gran Turismo. So if you guys want my review, I did an early review. It's on the channel. If you didn't watch it already, good time. I like that movie. I watched Cobweb, which is, you want to talk
Eight.
about a movie that should have been, hold on. You want to talk about a movie that should have been released in October? This is the one that should have been released in October. I have no idea why it came out in July. Lionsgate. It's a Lionsgate movie. They just dropped it in the theater with no trailers, no nothing, and then it's there in the theater in July. And it's not a it's a very Halloween movie. Then I saw The Haunted Mansion. Did not do a review for it. Did not really like it. It's not that good. It's you know, it has a couple of chuckles, and I love the ride, The Haunted Mansion. It's one of my favorite rides at Disney World, but I loved all the Easter eggs for the ride. So if you're familiar with it, you know, there's a lot of Easter eggs. But as a film on its own, like it's a little bit funny, and it tries to be like a comedy, but then it also wants to be like a horror movie for kids,
Right.
but it's not quite there either. So it just falls in, like it doesn't go either way strong enough. It has a good cast. I gave it a 5 out of 10 though. I don't think it's that great. And then I saw Oppenheimer in New York at Lincoln Square in the freaking 70 millimeter IMAX. And let me tell you something,
Was it good?
Alex, if I lived in New York, this is the only movie theater I would go to. This is the only movie theater. I wouldn't go to any other movie theater if it wasn't playing in IMAX. I wouldn't
Yeah.
even go. This screen, so we have a big IMAX here in Orlando. The screen is 56 feet. Okay, that's big. It's 5.5 stories. Very big. It's the biggest one we have here. This one was 77 feet tall, the screen. So 7 stories of pure screen
Pure
and
cinema.
pure cinema blasting you in the face. So we were making jokes like, dude, when these guys, like, if they do a close up, their freaking eyeball is like 30
Really?
feet in diameter because because the screen is huge. And the way he shot it, a lot of it fills the whole screen. So
Damn.
I was like, I told my cousin, I was like, bro, I'm just looking at the middle and hoping I could see, because constantly you're just like looking around like this.
Imagine
Incredible.
Watchmen in that one scene.
Bro.
Oh.
You know what I'm talking
Yeah. Or imagine Dr.
Imagine
Manhattan
that.
pops up on that screen right
Oh,
there. Just
no, I don't
80
wanna see
feet of
that.
dong right in your face. Yeah. So there's I love the experience. I thought the 70 millimeter was awesome. and I thought the film was very good. I gave it a 9 out of 10. I didn't think it was
Nice.
like, I didn't think it was like the most masterpiece of all time.
Okay.
But I do think it's a very good movie that's going to win a lot of Academy Awards, most likely. So
Well,
Robert Downey Jr. is
that's
great in it.
probably-
Cillian
I'm gonna
Murphy is
say
great
that-
in it.
Sorry.
And Christopher Nolan's direction is great. Ludwig Göransson's score is awesome. So, yeah, I quite enjoyed it. And that's all I watched.
All right.
Seeing
Well,
Ninja Turtles tomorrow. Very excited.
Well, I was gonna say, like, now with this strike going on, like, I don't even think the Oscars is gonna happen.
No, it's not happening. The Oscars.
Well, if it ends and there's Oscars, this thing's going to win a bunch.
Yeah,
If it
I
doesn't
think they will
end,
hold it.
then whatever.
They'll hold on to whatever, and then the following year
They'll
maybe.
wait.
Yeah.
And I still haven't seen Haunted Mansion. Like, I've heard like meh, like some people liked it, like, and then some people like meh, but. And again, I still haven't even seen the Eddie Murphy one, and I have that one on Blu-ray, so I'm probably gonna wait until this one comes on Disney Plus, and then I'm gonna watch.
I
like,
think it's
both
already on
movies.
Disney Plus. The Eddie Murphy Haunted Mansion.
No, I meant the new one.
Oh, the new one. Gotcha.
I'm
Yeah,
waiting
just
for
wait for
that.
Disney Plus. It is not a theater.
Like I'm gonna probably wait for the new one to come on, and I'm gonna watch both movies, see which one I like more. But yeah, that's all I'll say.
I mean, I think this one's better than the Eddie Murphy one, but I don't think either one is that great. They just need to stop.
I thought the
trying to
Eddie
make this
Murphy one
into a
was
movie.
it was cute. It was just like, it is what
Yeah,
it is.
it was. Well, if you thought that was just cute, you won't like the new one.
Oh no, it didn't look stupid when I saw it in the theater. But anyway, I saw Sisu for the first time. Right? I enjoyed it. I liked it, but I could see, it's funny. Like I saw a lot of people put the whole John Wick thing, and I was like, the storyline's the only thing, because in terms of action, that was not John Wick, but it was gory as hell, and I loved it. I thought it was really good.
Yes.
What else did I saw? Oh, Harrison's gonna be happy in this one. I saw the sequel to The Creature of the Black Lagoon called The Return of the Creature. I think it was called, from 1955. That was a piece of crap.
Was it good?
It was a piece of crap.
I never saw it.
Nate, let me tell you, it's about they take the Black Lagoon dude and they captivity his ass onto like SeaWorld. They put him as it's like it's
Like an
so,
attraction?
So
Like
it's
King Kong?
basically like
Yes.
Jaws 3D.
It's like Jaws 3D, and it's funny because there's a scene, and it's so fun, dude. I laughed for hours seeing this. So they gave him, right? They shot him. They went, right? And he's like, they put him in the water, and you see the guy there, like how they feed sharks. They holding him, so they moving him around so he can get the oxygen through his through his lungs. And he's like, he's gonna wake up soon. Get those guns ready. And he's like this, he's holding it, and all of a sudden he's going, and the guy runs, goes up the ladder, and my man, the lagoon dude, runs up the stairs, grabs him, and then flips him into the pool. Yo, it's one of the funniest movies, but it's horrible. It is horrible. And then he escapes, and they're
I'm
like,
definitely adding this to my watch list.
no, you might like
Tony will probably like it. You said it's horrible, he'll probably like
This
it.
sounds like my cup
Yeah.
of tea right here.
It is garbaggio. It's really bad. And then the best is the news guys. They're like, the Gill man has escaped from the theme parks. Everyone stand still and get away.
Bro, if his name was Gill Guy, that movie would be actually.
It was
good.
Gill
Let's
Guy.
call
I
him
think it was Gill
Guy.
Guy or the Gill man. Put
Yeah.
Return
Gill
of
Man
the
is right.
Creature. Yeah, it was the Gill man. The Gill man has escaped from the aquatic attraction. Please
Gill Guy is better,
like
Oh my
it was.
gosh.
It's bad. It's bad. So I'm gonna continue because I have this thing me and my wife do. We continue watching our Universal Monsters. I'm gonna watch the last one and then go right into Wolfman right after that. But
I love Wolfman. So let's check the chat.
that was a piece of caca.
Oh, you have more? I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, it's all right. It's all right. You can say what you saw, but don't worry about me. It's okay.
I thought I usually I didn't know you watched anything else.
No, honestly, that's the last two things. Because everything I watched was like the trading deadline, which pissed me off. But other than that, that's it. Yeah, see what the chat got.
All right, we got Stephanie. She's here. Hello, Stephanie. All right, Harrison, rewatched the Dark Knight trilogy. Also been watching some Cecil B. DeMille films for a video I'm doing about him. Okay, classics. Wouldn't expect anything else. Scott says Stephanie's in the house. Stephanie says I loved Barbie. Evan says I watched Haunted Mansion. Surprise, surprise! I loved it.
Oh,
Saw
you know
Barbie.
it.
You know it. It's Disney.
Hey,
Loved it.
good.
I saw Barbie. I don't think Barbie is a kids movie. I agree.
That's what
Watching
I said.
all It's not a kid's movie. It's
With
for
that
adults.
beach scene, I was like, I would have been telling my daughter, what are you watching? Like, what is
Well,
it?
there was well to tell you this though, like there was a lot of little girls in my theater when I saw the movie. So
Well, 'cause it's
Yeah, that's because
Barbie.
parents didn't know
Yeah.
that it wasn't for kids, but it's
yeah,
not a kids movie.
but the themes are not really kids friendly.
Yeah.
Watching all the Jamie Foxx movies on Netflix.
Oh,
they are
nice.
fun. Not great, but fun. And he's seeing Oppenheimer next week. Jay saw Mission Impossible 7, Strange New Worlds,
Oh, I
tried to
watched
watch
those.
Twist. Oh, okay. Tried to watch Twisted Metal. That means he didn't like.
Mm-mm,
Tried to
mm-mm.
watch means he didn't like it. Wanted, X-Men, and some baseball. Go Cub.
Oh my god, this Cubs
no
doing
S.
good.
Go Cub.
Yeah.
I watched X-Men. Oh, this is Scott. I watched X-Men, Wanted, Sisu, Blades of Glory, and some Shark Week stuff on Max.
Nice.
And Jay also watched The Righteous Gemstones. Harrison says, Seven Samurai and Yojimbo are great Kurosawa films, Nate. I wasn't a fan of Rashomon. Okay, I have seen Yojimbo. It is great. Seven Samurai is daunting. I'm going to watch it one day, but it's just so long.
You know, I felt like
Mythbusters here.
that
Sorry, I'm
with
late.
Jim, with Jimbo. I felt a little bit slowed with that one because it's like you gotta read. Like they don't have English.
That's true.
So you were
No.
reading. So I was just like, whoa, what? I had to pause because it was just like I was like, oh, okay. But I did
A lot of-
like it
it's
at
all
the end of the
subtitled.
day. But it's mad subtitles. I gotta get to the other ones because
Yeah.
I brought a bunch of samurai movies that I'm like, I hope they got
Get ready
the
to read.
English. Yeah, I know. So I was like, geez. But
Bin Buster's here. What's up, Bin? Everyone's saying hi to him. Jay, Stephanie, I really enjoyed a haunted. Stephanie liked everything. She loved Barbie.
She
really
does.
enjoyed a haunted mansion. Oppenheimer was great. I will admit, I took a few naps while watching it. It was long. It was definitely long.
Yeah.
Marcus is. Hey, what's up, Marcus? He
Marcus.
said, I saw that years ago. Never watched it again. He's referring to
Return of the
something, one of
Creature, I believe.
Oh, the creature. Okay.
Yeah.
Harrison says, haven't seen that one yet, Alex. It seems that Universal can only do one good monster movie and then the sequels go off the rails.
Yes, it does. So far, we could attest to that one. I seen.
Bride of Frankenstein.
I didn't get to those yet.
Well, I mean, the
I got
Bride
to
is the sequel
Mummies.
to Frankenstein.
Well, I did the Mummy one.
Well,
was
their
good.
remakes are pretty solid.
Oh no! We're talking about like the original black and white.
Oh, like
like
1930s.
horrors. Yeah. Like the Mummy one
okay,
was
and then-
great, and then all the other ones were so bad. Like it's
Just
just
remember
bad.
you watched them so that
Yeah.
I didn't have to. He says Return of the Creature. That's what he was talking
Yeah.
about. Then you're going to watch the Universal Monsters with Abbott and Costello. Are you
Yes.
watching those?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Rewatching Gargoyles, the old school cartoon. Oh, what a great
Oh
show.
god,
Yeah.
great
Tina
TV show.
of
I
Star
love that
Trek
show.
actors do the voice. Oh, I think he meant tons of Star Trek actors do the voices.
Mm.
Yeah, Keith David. Keith David
Yeah.
is freaking Goliath, and they're making a live action of that. Which, by the way,
Is my boy what's his name? The director
Kenneth Branagh.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, Kenneth Branagh, man.
Last year, I watched the first few episodes of Gargoyles, and I made an Instagram post that said, "Why isn't there a live action movie of this?" And they listened to me, and now they are making it. Kenneth Branagh, a perfect choice in my opinion, because he's gonna
Yeah,
get that
he's a
old
great
school
filmmaker.
castle thing going.
Let me tell you, I saw a trailer during Boogeyman, the new detective horror with my boy Hugo
Haunting in
Popo.
Venice.
Dude, that joint looks off the chain, bro. I was like, I'm there.
Which
opening
one is
night.
that one?
It's the
Haunting
the
in
Death
Venice.
for the Mile, but this is the third one. But
Oh,
it's like a
yeah,
horror
that one
theme.
looks good, man. I can't wait for that one.
Yeah, that look good.
It looks like a supernatural
mystery.
version of those movies.
But I like it,
yeah,
because
like
it
the
creeped me
first
out.
two are really good movies, so I'm excited.
There's
Evan
someone-
says, I'm reading the Gargoyle comics. They are great. Same animation style. They are great. Stephanie says, Gargoyles was so good. She's right.
It was
Marcus said,
good.
exactly. Getting ready.
And
for
you know
it.
what's
One of
funny?
the
There
best
was a lot-
cartoons of the '90s.
Well,
Hello.
no. Don't get crazy. Batman animated series was the best of the '90s.
Yeah, and so is X-Men. I would
So
put
is
Gargoyles.
Spider-Man.
Go
That's
Gargoyles,
great too.
Darkwing
I
Duck.
would say Gargoyles is like top 5 probably, honestly.
Yeah.
But the theme music was top 2. It was
Oh
so good,
yeah. Oh,
so epic.
X-Men is number 1 for me.
Yeah.
It is. It has to be the one of the best. But anyway, here we go. Let's get to let's review these damn DC movies because I totally lost track. I was about to be like, oh my god, we're gonna do a 3-hour show. We're not doing a 3-hour show. I want to
we're
get
not.
you
We're
guys
almost done.
in and out. So with that said, let's have some fun. let's start it off with the first one because I have never seen this one before. And guess what? Big Papa Al learned a lot about the Green Lanterns on this one. So, with that said, Tony, what did you think about? Because you asked me, Alex, I want to get on. I want to see Green Lantern. I want to talk about it. I said, all right, you're gonna get on. You're gonna be talking about it with us. What did you think about Green Lantern First Flight? And by the way, Turner fan 77 is a huge Green Lantern, and he's missing this show because he has to work. I'm sorry, man, but he wanted to be here live to talk about this movie because he was like, dude, could be right up your alley. But Tony, what did you think about this movie when you saw it?
Well, I saw it a couple of years back. Like this wasn't a first time watch for me, but yeah, no,
Okay.
I love Green Lantern as a character. Like Green Lantern's probably my second favorite DC hero besides Batman. Like Batman's my favorite, but then second favorite would be Green Lantern. And I have just been craving for a Green Lantern movie for so long. And what this movie gets so right is the mythology and the world of Green Lantern. Like just the first scene alone, like when you see like Hal Jordan when he sees I can't think of the little alien, the alien that died, and he gives him the ring, and like he goes up and he becomes like a Green Lantern. Like all of that stuff is so like so well done. I really enjoyed this movie a lot. Even more so than the Ryan Reynolds version. Even though I don't hate that movie. I think it's okay. It's fine. It's to quote Alex, it's watchable crap. But but no, this one's much better. This one's much better. It's much better handled, and just the way how like they do like the war of Green Lantern, like the mythology of Warren is what I think they really get right about this movie. What about you guys?
Nate.
Oh, thanks. Well, get ready. Oh, you said Rich likes this movie?
Yeah.
Well, I'm sorry, Rich. I hate to tell you, but I did not like this movie.
Oh man,
come
on, it's so good.
It's not so good. Listen, first of all, this movie is you get about 2 minutes into the movie and already Hal Jordan's a Green Lantern. 2 minutes. I didn't meet the guy. I didn't know the guy. You meet him, he freaking gets the ring, and I kid you not, within another minute or two, he already like knows how to fly and use it. And I'm like, wait a second, this movie is just started. It's only 77 minutes, and 5 minutes in, he's already got the powers. He already kind of knows how to use them, not fully, but a little bit. And I did not get to meet this guy. I know nothing about him. There is not it's just he's there. Oh, so okay, whatever, it's fine. Then you meet, of course, Sinestro, voiced by my guy, the dad from Alias. I knew that was him right away. I was like, this is Jennifer Garner's dad. And he's there, Sinestro. Here's my point. Anything Green Lantern, I feel like it's these same characters every single time. Hal Jordan, Sinestro, Kilowog, those little munchkin guys in the sky. Like, I don't think they did a good job with the lore, in my opinion. I think everything, and not only that, it was so focused on Sinestro. Like, this should have been called Green Lantern, the Sinestro movie, because he has way more of a storyline and an arc than Hal Jordan does, in my opinion. Hal Jordan is there because he's the Green Lantern, but Sinestro is really the main plot. He has the main plot of the whole movie. So I thought some of the action was okay. I won't lie there. And the animation style, like, it was colorful. I mean, I guess when everything is green and yellow and colorful. But I don't know. I didn't dig it. It felt rushed to me. They went right through. And, we've done these animated movies. I like for them to, like, tell a really good story because I feel like the animation lends itself to that. But somehow this felt rushed to me, and it reminded me of the Ryan Reynolds Green Lantern movie. It's really similar as far as the story is concerned, except it doesn't have the big doo-doo monster in the sky. So besides that, I didn't really love it.
That's so interesting. Dude, I am so shocked that you said that. Literally.
Yeah, me too.
Okay.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I was shocked because you know what? I freaking love this movie. I thought.
Thank you. Yes.
I think they gave enough information. I mean, you already knew he was a test pilot. So, like, what more do we need from him? He's sarcastic. You already got that. And I was like, fine. I do agree with you. The minute he put on that ring, he got superpower. Whatever. It is what it is. But you know what? I thought the storyline was really well done in terms of, like, how Sinestro or like, how he turned bad. Like, I thought we got two origins in one movie. And I loved it. And it was told very well. Like I started to figure out the history of the Green Lantern. I was like, yo, this is actually, I kind of like this damn Green Lantern shit. Like, I was like, give me the TV show now with Hal Jordan and Jon Stewart. Like, I want to see where we go with this. I love the different aliens and all that stuff and the knowledge and that damn light, and that's their beacon of power, and I loved it. I said, yo, you know what? This is actually really good. All in all, dude, I thought the storyline was solid. This should have been the first movie. They should have used this script and went with it. Like, give it a little bit more origin of Hal and kicking it to the girls and then him doing test pilot stuff, and then you throw in the explosion. Like, I kind of liked it, dude. I thought it was very well put together, and I enjoyed it. I thought it was fun. I liked it a lot. I thought it was really good. I could see why my man is one of the Justice League guys, because he was badass in this one.
I will say I like Green Lantern in theory. Like, I like the idea of Green Lantern mythology as a hero. Yes, but to me, I like everything in this, and I'm not a comic book reader. You know, I'm not a comic book reader. I don't read them. Everything in this, I kind of already knew that about Green Lantern. So for me, it didn't give anything new. I've never, the only Sinestro is the villain in everything I've seen. So I just wanted something a little different. And I was like, okay, here we go. He's going to get the ring from the injured guy. He's going to get the powers. Sinestro's going to turn yellow. I knew it. Like, I knew it 15 minutes in.
But in this version, it was done better.
It doesn't matter if it's done better or not. Like, I already knew it was going to happen. So I don't really like watching movies where I know everything that's going to happen already. So I don't know. For me, I was just like, okay, I already know where this is going. He's going to turn bad, and then they're going to fight. And I get
but you know what? But that's all comic book movies, though. I mean, there's no way you can turn. You can't turn.
But that's not necessarily true.
Yeah, but Sinestro is bad. You just don't know when in the story he's gonna turn bad, but you know the character is gonna become the Yellow Lantern. You just don't know where in the movie. So, like, and again, that's okay if that's the reason. Like, you already knew what was gonna happen. But the thing is like, how was it told of him becoming yellow? I thought it was a perfect way of becoming him, duping all of them, because literally he used Hal Jordan to cover up his thing, which I thought it was pretty cool. And I agree, I didn't know he was all bad and all this, because you already knew the stuff. Yeah. But I kind of liked the way it was told. I was like, you know what? In a sense of a movie and animated, it actually did a way better job than a lot of the live action movies telling the story. But I kind of understand what you're saying, though.
Yeah, well, and I'm not arguing with that point, but you know what it is to me with these animated films? Like, look at what we started with. And then now maybe it's origins. Like, I don't really care for
it could be
constant origin movies.
You want to see
Wonder Woman was an origin. This is an origin. Like, just drop me in the middle of something.
Gotcha.
Show me some new characters. And this didn't really do that for me.
Yeah, I totally agree. What do you think, Tony?
Well, I was gonna say, because I love the character of Sinestro so much, because he's such an interesting part. Even though he's gonna be bad, but like just before, when he gets the yellow wing from the what are those aliens called, like the masters, and I don't know, whatever those aliens are called, and aliens called, like his character is just very interesting. Like, you kind of get where this guy's coming from. I thought for what he wants to do, what he wants, what he believes in. Like, that's what makes Sinestro such a really great villain in my mind. And I think they did a good job with that.
No, I think
Sinestro's a cool villain. Yes.
Yeah, I think honestly, I think so far
he's underrated. I think he's one of the most underrated villains.
Yeah, I think DC creates some great villains, because Celestro's he was cool with them and he manipulated the crap out of all of them, and I loved it. I was like, yo, in a movie sense, this dude would have been really good. But anyway,
you know what I will say though, not to talk about it too much, but Mark Strong was easily the best part of the Ryan Reynolds Green Lantern. Because he was phenomenal as Sinestro.
I would agree. Yeah, he was.
He was great. Yeah. He's easily the best part of that movie, and I would not have minded if I seen more of him in the future. But we're not going to get that. So yeah.
Well, you never know. He might be in a TV show. Nate, what do you give this movie out of a 5?
2.
2 out of 5. Okay.
Yeah, I'm kind of heartbroken.
Yeah, it was along with Wonder Woman to me. It wasn't abysmal. It was like the worst movie I ever saw. But I wanted something different than what I got. So it was okay.
Hey, that's cool. Tony, what do you give this?
I'm probably going to give this, same with Wonder Woman. I'm probably going to give this a 5 out of 5. For me, this is still the best Green Lantern movie we've gotten. And I hope to see this, the same style of what they did in this movie into the TV show or movie or whatever they're gonna do in the future. But yeah, That's all I'll say.
Well, I'll say this. I'm with you, my brother. Because I'm giving this a 5, baby. I love this story. I'm getting it in 4K. If it comes out in 4K, I get it in 8K. I even get the damn green. I got the Green Lantern ring right here, bro.
I
My
got the
house
very rare green case edition to it.
No, but
I could probably pull it up, but
in all seriousness,
but,
I own the 10-year anniversary set. I'm not picking those up again. I got the first 10 years, and then everything else will be in 4K once I get those. But this movie was phenomenal. I think it's great. 5 out of 5 for me. 5 out of 5 for Tony. 2 out of 5 for evil ass Nate.
I wanted to like it, but I had never seen it, so I was like, okay, cool. I feel like there's gonna be a Green Lantern movie we'll do later that I'm gonna like because it won't be the origin.
No,
you know what I mean?
No, yeah. No, I get
like
it. No, I
like
totally
the Ryan Reynolds one more.
I don't think
I
he
hate the Ryan
Reynolds. Yeah, he has
I
the
hate
origin.
I mean, Tony, if you're telling me compare this to that, that's like comparing a piece of crap to a piece of crap. I guess it's better than. I guess by that metric, it's better than the Ryan Reynolds one, but I still didn't like it.
All right. So next up on the list, another movie that came out in the same year, 2009. We got some Superman and Batman, Public Enemies. Now this one has a lot of characters. Okay, we got bounties on Superman's head. We got my man Lex Luthor, the Presidente of the United States of America. There's a lot of shit going down here because there's a lot of storylines. But does it still hold up? Is it really good? Well, we're gonna find out. Nate, what the hell did you think of this movie? Seeing it again for the second time.
Right. Check this out. So I watched this right after Green Lantern. Like I watch them like back to back. Like one finish, I put this thing on.
Yeah.
First of all, I didn't think I was going to, and I've seen this before a long time ago.
Yeah.
But I loved the animation style. They look like freaking action figures. They're all like ripped and shredded. They have really sharp edges to them. Like I thought it looked cool. It was different. So yeah, I love the animation. I'm not a big Superman fan, but I liked Superman in this. He had like kind of an edginess to him, you know.
Yeah.
He had the banter with Batman, you know. But at the end of the day, they're boys. But
best
you know,
friends.
he's like, that's my best friend. I can't believe you did this. I hate you. Excuse me. You know, usually he's just so cookie cutter. I thought he was pretty cool. Batman. I mean, Kevin Conroy.
Yeah.
If you didn't think he was a good voice for the Gotham Knights movie, he was definitely a good voice for this version of Batman. Older, he is Batman. And you're right. There is 1 million characters in this. You got like Power Girl. You got like what's her face? The Starfire's in this.
What's her name? Star
Solomon Grundy.
Yeah.
You got Hawkman.
Yeah.
Captain Marvel, the real Captain Marvel. So listen, the storyline in this pretty cool. Okay, like it's pretty basic, but it's pretty cool. There's a meteorite. It's made out of kryptonite. It's coming to Earth. Lex Luthor became the president. And there's really cool opening credits, by the way, too. The opening credit sequence was really cool. And then Superman and Batman basically become like outlaws because Lex Luthor hates Superman, obviously. And he hires these superheroes. They have like stupid names. And then it's pretty much just fights for like 45 minutes of this movie. Like this one has to have the most action out of all the ones we've done so far, right? I mean, it was like just
the Green Lantern one had a lot.
Yeah, but this one was shorter and had more. Like I feel like it was just long fight after long fight after long fight after flying scenes with Lex Luthor and flying up to the meteor and I don't know.
Of like a Dragon Ball Z movie.
Yes.
Yeah, pretty much. Like it just had big brawls with superpowers. I did enjoy this one. I didn't love it the first time I watched it, but watching it now, and maybe it's just because I didn't like Green Lantern, I was like, wow, this was better. But I did like this one. I thought it was a lot of fun. I don't think it's like a masterpiece of animation.
Yeah.
But it was a ton of fun and it had cool fights and it looked nice.
All right, Tony.
Well, I'm gonna have to disagree with Nate on that. I mean, now while not as good as Green Lantern First Flight and Wonder Woman 2009, because I love both of the movies, but this one, first time watching me, I watched it on iTunes, and it was like. It just felt like to me like it was like like you were watching like a Saturday morning cartoon show, like an episode of that. That's what this kind of felt like to me. Once again, Tim Curry, who's the guy who voiced Superman? Tim
Daly.
Yeah, Tim Daly again. He's great. He's phenomenal. And Kevin Conroy again, another great voice actor. Rest in peace, the great Batman. But it's
You got Mr. Krabs as Lex Luthor.
Yeah, I know.
Brown.
Yeah, no, Clancy Brown. Yeah, no, he's great. And like I said, it kind of takes that same similarity to like The Fugitive and like Taken 3 and Angels and Fallen, where like have like a bounty on them, and like they kind of been like framed, like Superman's been framed for something that he didn't do, and like he's kind of like on the one for it, and for the most part, it's fine.
Wait,
I just
wait,
thought it was-
Tony, did you just say this movie's like Taken 3?
Yeah,
Well, I
because they
won't take
remember
it
they
myself.
But of all the movies where there's a bounty on somebody, where there's a million,
Taken 3.
Taken 3 is the one that immediately came to your
Well, it's
mind.
kinda
Okay,
similar.
this movie's nothing like Taken 3, but okay, I got it.
But all right, look, this is what I see. This movie's
What?
freaking awesome too. I don't care what anyone says. You know what? I had a blast this week with these two movies back to back. I think Green Lantern was amazing in space. I thought it was really cool, and I was imagining this live action Green Lantern going, "Oh my god, this would look crazy." But this Batman and Superman, sacre bleu, this movie should have been done live action. Because imagine in the screen, they see all these villains come with, and Batman's helping
actually could've-
Superman. Huh?
Metallo.
Like that actually could have been the sequel to Batman v Superman.
It
if they
could
would
have
have done
been.
this.
If it was
Like, they
Public
could've done
Enemy's
this
version,
before, this would have been
Henry
a good
Cavill and Ben Affleck, I would have been going nuts. But
Sick.
I love this movie too. I think it was fun. I think it was good. The action was top notch. My man got shot with kryptonite. Batman almost had a heart attack in the alleyway. He was just like, oh. I was like, oh my God, this is crazy. I think this whole movie had everything, bro. From action, story, emotion. I mean, I don't know what more you could have. Batman and Superman has like one of the coolest love-hate relationship known to man. And Batman's always cool about it, and Superman is like sarcastic. I like this Superman way better than the other movies or whatever. He's really fun.
Well, plus Lex Luthor is another huge standout. Like he's probably the best thing about this movie. If I did love like Clancy
best?
Brown as
No,
Lex
no, not the
Luthor.
best thing
Like
about it.
especially when he's in like his mega suit at the end. Like that stuff is pretty dope.
I mean, the mega suit is cool, but I think the focus on this movie wasn't much Lex Luthor. It was mostly all the villains bounding after Superman.
Yeah.
I mean, that alone. I mean, the fight between the robot with the green thing, that was
Metallo.
like a 20-minute fight.
That's what I'm saying. This
Like,
thing
that
had
was
like
awesome.
actual set pieces in it.
Yeah, that
No,
was.
bro,
Oh my God, that was awesome.
The part where Metallo shot him was one of the coolest shots. Like he scoops up the gun, he makes a little gun, right? And then the way the camera, it's on his face, and then it pans to the gun, and he boom, it's in slow motion. I was like, oh shoot, he shot him. He actually hit him. And then Batman jumps in and throws those things on his back and blows
Throws
him to
it. He just
smithereens.
was stuck
He
to
stuck it.
C4 on him and jumped down.
Oh my gosh, I loved it.
He was
"Let's
like,
go."
we got to get out of here. He whipped out another C4. I was like, damn.
And the fight with Captain Marvel was great too. He's like, you don't do well against magic. Uppercut. He just uppercuts the crap.
You guys has whooped. Yeah.
Oh
he
my
did.
god, it was so good.
My favorite scene in the movie, to be really honest with you, is when Lex Luthor's whooping his ass and he saw Batman's about to die. He went kunk and he went, and he broke the thing. He's like, my best friend's gonna die for you because of you. And I was like, oh, this dude's gonna whoop his ass. But again, all in all, another fantastic movie. Nate, what do you give Superman and Batman?
I give this one a 4 out
4
of a
out of
5.
5.
I thought this was a
Nice.
lot of fun, and it's only like 68 minutes, and
Yeah,
it's
it's
just
pretty short.
chock full of action. I loved it.
All right, Tony, what do you give this movie?
I'll give this one a 3 out of 5 for me. It's fine. It was okay, but for me, I liked First Fight way better. But this one was bad. This one was fun, but I just thought the other one was better. But that's it. That's it. Me. 3 out of 5 for me. It's
3
fine.
out of, okay. All right, so I give this movie, I agree with Nate with this one. I give it a 4 out of 5. I think it's great. I think it's a great film. I don't think it's a 5 because I think there's going to be 5s going across somewhere along the line. And I want to hold my
There's better
5s.
stories to be
Yeah, I
told.
want to hold my 5s. And I think I gave Green Lantern a 5 because I thought to me, it gave a great origin of villain and hero. And I thought in terms of the battles and everything, I was more engaged. So I had to give that a 5 because I did not know nothing as much with the Green Lanterns. I know who Hal Jordan is, but I didn't know much about the lore of the Lanterns. And I think that cartoon gave you a lot of information of what these Lantern Corps dudes do. And I love that throughout the whole movie, they don't give you the whole quote that they do. Like, they gave it to you at the end. Like, Hal, you lead us in the thing. So I kind of like that. I give it a 4 out of 5. But this movie, I will be watching this again. I'll tell you this. This movie is up there.
Bro,
It
the
is up
logo
there.
they make on the opening credits where the Superman
It's
and the Batman logo,
awesome.
it's so sick. They need to put that on a t-shirt.
You should get a tattoo of it on your chest.
I'm gonna get a tattoo on right on my tit. On my right here. Right
Oh
here.
my god.
Yes,
Oh
sir.
jeez. Freaking. All right, let's see what people
let's
gotta
pick
say
the
on this
chat.
one.
Harrison says, I've read the comic this is based on. It's a great origin. This is about Green Lantern. It's a great origin story for Hal Jordan. Jeff Johns and Ethan Van Sciver did great with this and the Flash Rebirth. Read the comic, Nate. It's much better. Okay, I'll take it.
That's not happening.
Blackest Night is the best story in the trilogy.
Okay.
I've heard that one is awesome.
Yeah.
Marcus says it's basically Count Dooku's storyline as far as Sinestro. I guess his like origin.
Yeah.
Jay says, I enjoyed the movie. The pacing was fine. 4 out of 5 for Green Lantern. I agree, Alex. I had a blast with this movie too. Superman, Batman, Public Enemies. Great plot. Great action. 4 out of 5. Batty titty.
But
Bat titty.
So I got
Thanks,
something
Jay.
special here. Okay.
Yeah.
And I wanted, because me and Nate, Scott was our special guest for Action Movie Guys podcast. He did the 2000 X-Men, because we're now starting the X-Men franchise, right? And during that, we were talking about, hey, let's put the theme song in the X-Men in the movie, right? And I told Nate I was going to do this, and I was like, you know what? I'll do it now. I don't care about the copyright. I'm going to show it. And I want to show you guys what happens when awesome music comes in a movie, okay? And I'm going to play one scene. So I'm going to play the original, okay?
Yeah.
So you guys can see the original of it. Only 1 minute, so we should be fine. It should not take us down. But this is the original ending to X-Men from 2000.
You know this plastic prison of theirs won't hold me forever. The war is still coming, Charles, and I intend to fight it. By any means necessary. And I will always be there. Old friend.
Oh.
Okay? All right?
It almost sounded like it. That's the part I was talking about. Where it's like,
It did.
then it
It
does
did.
something.
It did sounded a little bit like it. Okay? It did. It did.
Show us the better version.
I'm about to show you guys what happens when Geeks and Flix gets a hold of a movie. Okay? So give me 1 second here, because I'm getting the warning symbols here saying YouTube has found a copyright live something. So I'm going to wait for it to disappear. And then I'm going to play you what happens when Geeks and Flix gets their hands on original material and meshes it with some awesomeness. Now, remember, that scene gets built up, right? He tells Magneto, like, brother, whatever you do, I'll be watching you, like the police, right?
Yeah.
Telling him right there while playing a nice game of chess with each other. So, with that said, I hope you guys are enjoying this show, okay? We're almost done, I promise. I'm going to show you guys now the what happens if they had the actual X-Men theme on it. So I'm going to play it right now, okay? I don't know if they're going to boot us, but if they do,
If they
I
do,
love
we'll
you
just have to
guys.
describe it to you later.
Yeah, but I don't think they will. I don't think they should. I think we should be fine right now. I think it disappeared, right? Okay, we're good. We're good right now. All right, here we go.
Right.
Now, this is the Alex Geeks and Flix version of the X-Men final. So here we go, and enjoy.
You know this plastic prison of theirs won't hold me forever. The war is still coming, Charles, and I intend to fight it. By any means necessary. And I will always be old friend.
X-Men logo.
Awesome.
Yeah. What do you think? I think I did a great job. I think it was a great job.
Bro, it was the X-Men. It was the X-Men logo for me right at the end there.
It is. I'm telling you. But what do you think? See, right there, it worked perfect with the song.
Yeah.
Because he was just like, I'm telling you, I don't know, man. I think that's what we should have got at the end of the damn movie. But again, I'm going to put that clip up on our Instagram, Geeks and Flix, so you guys can actually see it there and hear it better. But yeah, I was trying to get it right, but they had actual music over it, so I had to figure out how to mix that out. But anyway, that is the what if version of what happens when you put
feeling
it,
it, bro. I'm
I
feeling
tell
it.
you,
That
I got
theme
actually
song-
hyped. To be honest, I got hyped.
Put that theme song on like
Anything,
so many
bro.
moments throughout the franchise. It would be so awesome.
You could. But anyway, with that said, thank you so much, everybody. What's coming up this week? We got Nate's movie for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Mayhem of Turtles.
Mutant Mayhem.
Mutant Mayhem.
Mayhem of Turtles.
Mayhems of Turtles. That's coming out this Friday. Saturday, I'll be dropping my first unboxing. Has been over months. I'll be doing the Justice League Mother Box unboxing on the channel. I'm going to do an all new format. It's going to be totally different from the other ones. That's coming out next week. There's going to be a lot. If you guys follow the podcast, today I dropped Pirates of the Caribbean episode 273. On Friday, today's what, Thursday? Wednesday. On Friday, I'll be dropping the next episode. So every 2 days, I'm dropping it so we could catch up with our schedule because we have a lot of stuff coming up and especially a lot of guests onto the show. So I want to catch you guys up. You guys, again, geeksandflix.com. If you guys are home or whatever, check out there. The podcast is up now. You guys can listen to it there on there. All 273 episodes. In terms of the action movie, guys, Instagram page, I'm going to merge it with the Geeks and Flix. I think that's the best way for us to continue putting up. It's so hard to have 4 pages. We have 4.
I agree.
I'm going to put the Geeks and Flix is going to merge with the Geeks and Flix. The Action Movie Guys podcast and Geeks and Flix are going to merge together on Instagram. So I'm going to promote that stuff starting tomorrow. I'm trying to think anything else before we go. I think that's pretty much it. Big.
Yeah, that's it.
Channel.
We got guests. Keep an eye out for the X-Men and the Wanted episode. Scott, you guys know him from the chat. He's here. He's a patron. He's a long-time podcast listener. He's going to be our first guest we've ever had. We did have Jay as a Patreon member once, but Scott is the first. Jay picked the movie and did it with us. This is a regular episode, and we're going to have Pablo coming up, Robert. We got a lot of guests lined up. Stephanie got to come on and do some action movies with us. So we're going to be having a lot of guests over there. And then as far as this show goes, what is our next 2 movies for DC?
Oh, I'm over here setting up the damn movie. I got you right now.
Well, he looks that up. Tony, do you have anything going on? Do you have any reviews you're planning to write? Anything like that?
What I plan on doing, I'm probably gonna do a little biography on just my thoughts on like Neil Blomkamp, his career, what I think of his career has been lately, and there's a lot of stuff I'm probably going to be writing about that. I was originally going to write, I was going to do a double feature review of Chappie and Electra, and then I decided to, maybe I'm probably going to review Chappie standalone because I think I'm probably going to do my Neil Blomkamp series. For that one, I'm probably going to review on a standalone level, but Electra I still plan on doing. I don't know. No, that's pretty much it. Yeah.
Sounds good. Well, we'll keep an eye out for it.
Yeah. All right. So he goes to 2 movies. We're starting now the 2010s. We're going to be watching Justice League Crisis on 2 Earth.
Never seen it.
Me either. And Batman Under the Red Hood. That's the next one.
Oh, I've seen that.
I've heard about that one.
Here we go, baby. Now we're cooking with grease.
Those are the 2 movies: Batman the Red Hood, Under the Red Hood, Justice League Crisis on 2 Earths. So that's
Justice League, little Batman. I like it. I like the mix.
Yeah. So those are gonna be the 2 movies there. Again, a lot of content coming out, and I'm gonna be continuing doing my little film vlog that I did.
I liked it. I watched the Sisu one.
Yeah, I'm continuing those.
That's great.
Yeah, it's a little
some reviews.
Yeah, a little stuff on the. I don't know if I'm gonna bring it to YouTube on it. I think I was just gonna put it on the Instagram. But yeah, other than that, that's pretty much it. Guys, enjoy your night. We've been on for 1 hour and 37 minutes. We'll be back again the Monday, not next week, the following Monday. We are
10
back.
10 days from now.
10 days.
Something like that.
I don't think we have a guest for that show. Nope.
Not yet.
It's just us two. Yeah, maybe somebody might show up. We don't know.
Yeah.
But other than that, man, that's Nate. Who's our special guest? What's our special guest name? That is Tony.
You're gonna tell your name.
Yeah.
That was for you.
That is Tony. Follow
Tony
him on
Baloney.
Instagram. Yes, that's Tony. Follow him on Instagram. Other than that, be awesome to each other and geek out.